Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. Pretty much today, it's a little bit of a different setting, so I'm actually going to be doing my makeup, and I'm just going to go over a few points on how to manifest, law of attraction, and how you can pretty much make your vision board come to life. So I'm going to be doing my makeup here. I do have a few notes on my notepad. We're going to hit just a few points on how to pretty much make your vision board come to life. I just use a little bit of BB cream. I don't really like to wear foundation. I'm not huge on foundation. And typically I would use a beauty blender. But lately I've honestly been using my hands. So I'm just going to go in with that. If you don't mind that, you can use a beauty blender or a brush. But this is just what I do. So the first thing that we're going to get into is law of attraction. Law of attraction pretty much is kind of like manifesting. Anytime you're pretty much going to manifest, it's under the umbrella of law of attraction. What you say is always going to manifest into what you become. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, I'm so sad, like I'm genuinely just so unhappy, I hate my life, I hate myself, I hate those things, that is going to start to manifest into your life. The first key that I want to hit under that umbrella is to be specific. When you're making a vision board, you want to make sure that you are very specific. The first thing before actually doing your vision board, you want to make sure that you set certain intentions. And then after making this vision board, in order to actually accomplish those things, you have to make sure you're doing the actions for it. You don't want to just be like, okay, I want money. Everybody wants money. We all want money. Who doesn't want money? To be something a little more specific, by the end of 2026 or by the end of this year, I want such and such amount of money in my bank account. That is a lot more specific than saying, I just want to have money. I just want to be rich. I just want a good paying job. Like, you have to be very specific. Just sitting here saying that, oh, I want money, it's just not going to turn into fruition. So make sure that you're specific in what you say. If you're trying to get a new job, make sure that in between those things that you are, okay, I want a new job, but I want this job to be great paying, a specific pay, within this mile radius of my house. You have to be very specific, because you can find a photo of having a new job, but you have to set the intention that, okay, when I get this new job, this is how I'm going to get it. So that leads me into my next point. When you are manifesting this new vision that you want, this new outcome, almost like a change, you have to make sure that you are looking at it every single day. Whether it's multiple times a day, whether it's when you wake up in the morning, whether it's you do it before you go to sleep at night. I feel like what helps is also writing it down. Like, I want a new car by the end of this year. Now I have to not only be specific, but I have to write it down and look at it every day. I pretty much said, okay, I want this, I want it to be this amount of money, and I want it by this time frame. Although it seems more challenging and a lot harder, it's okay to have a challenge. What's important too with looking at this daily, you have to make sure that is also attainable. If it's one of those things where it's like genuinely far outreach, like, you also have to be very realistic with yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a hole where you're just overwhelming yourself. So just make sure that you look at that vision every day. I feel like writing it down and telling myself that I'm going to get this and just speaking it into existence every day, just regularly, is going to help you get to that faster. My next point is small actions. That kind of leads me from the last one. Those small actions towards that, even just writing it down, is going to lead you so much further. If one of your goals is, okay, by the end of this year or by summer, I want to lose 50 pounds. What can you do to lose those 50 pounds? Maybe going to the gym. Okay, let's narrow it down a little more. Maybe I do 30 minutes on the treadmill and then I do another 30 minutes of a workout. Now, if you're somebody that's like, I just don't know what I'm doing, I have no idea. Most people who go into the gym have no idea what they're doing. Unless they've probably been going for about 5-10 years. So you can't compare somebody's 5-year journey to your one day journey. It's just not realistic. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Look up the workouts you can do. Beginner friendly workouts. YouTube is free. You have to make sure you are doing small actions. My typical content is fitness, meal prepping, beauty, lifestyle, all those things. I manifested the life that I truly have right now because I just spoke positively about myself. Yeah, I'm using my mirror just because I just want to focus a little bit more on the brows. You're going through a little bit of change. You have to be able to step up to the plate and fight for what you want. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. No one's going to sit here and hold your hand. No one's going to sit here and tell you how to do things. They're just not, unfortunately. The next one that I think is extremely important, it's your environment. Your environment is so crucial. If you're somebody who needs sun, if you're somebody who thrives off of being around happy people, like the only time that you feel like you're happy is when you're in certain settings, around certain people, you have to make sure that you're around that. If you notice certain behaviors from certain friends, from certain family members, coworkers, whoever in your life that you feel like may be hindering energy or maybe in the way of your blessings, now you're leaving those people feeling less than what you were before. So I went in with the concealer Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium Sand, and now I'm going in with the Pro Concealer by LA Girl for my contour. Not everyone is going to see your vision, and that is okay. Not everyone's going to understand it because it's not theirs. Being around the right people is so important. If you are not around the right people or around the right environment, and in an environment that is going to uplift you, like you feel like, whoa, like this is so uplifting. I feel so much better about myself. Like I don't feel negative. I don't feel like anyone's trying to bring me down. If you're somebody who's trying to stay fit and healthy and in shape, you have to go to those areas. You're not going to find a in shape fit person at McDonald's. Let's be real. It's not for them to understand. It's your vision set for your life, and it's what you want. If you have to move to a better spot, your job, where you live, all of those components are going to become you. You're going to get comfortable in those settings and even start to do those things. So the next thing, consistency. If you are not showing up for yourself, it'll start to affect you. You will start to see those movements, and it's hard to stick to. It's a form of discipline. Discipline is extremely hard. It's so easy to become motivated. I can watch a couple TikTok videos and one YouTube video and be extremely motivated. But what's very hard is staying disciplined. It's consistent. It's like, okay, once week 3 hits, am I still going to the gym the same amount of times I was that first week? Showing up for yourself is very important. Those little small actions and staying consistent in those moments are so crucial, and you will start to see the results. And the moment you see the results, you'll know that all of this effort and this progress was so worth it. So I'm just taking the e.l.f. blush, and this is extremely pigmented. I'm like almost afraid to use it, but I do absolutely love it. So I just put a little bit there. The next one is a deadline. Just like how I was saying, oh, by the end of summer, I want to lose 50 pounds. You have to set deadlines for yourself. Find something that is realistic and set a deadline. By the end of this year, I want my new job. By the end of summer, I want to have lost 100 pounds. By the end of this year, I want my own apartment. I want my own place. And that is very much possible, but you have to take those small actions, and you need to set the deadline. This leads me to my last and final and very important note on how to make your dreams become your reality, how to make your vision board come to life through law of attraction, and that is pretending you already have it. Like at the end of this year, I want that new car. I want the new car, so I have it already. Anytime I'm driving, I pretend that I already have it. I pretend that I already have what I manifested. And I know there's some people like that can't vision things in their head, which is so crazy to me. But like the moment someone says any type of thing, a fruit, veggie, whatever the case is, anything they're saying, an object, some people, they just can't envision it, which is kind of crazy to me, but everyone's different, right? Can we talk about how long my lashes have gotten? And look how crazy my brows look. I'm honestly growing them out. I'm not even gonna fill them in because they are so long. I'm just going in with the e.l.f. lash extender, and this is actually a tubing mascara. And then I'm also going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. That's what's really gonna give the volume. And this is where we go into like the delusion area. But a lot of successful people, a lot of people who are billionaires, millionaires, if you ask them this one question, do you feel like you're delusional? 9 times out of 10, they're always going to say yes. Why are you thinking you have these things when you don't have these things? And you kind of sound like a crazy person. You're like, because I do have it. And people are gonna be like, well, you don't. And you're gonna be like, well, it's coming. But pretending that you have it already, you've just already put yourself in that position to have the thing. That you are very much capable of becoming what you just envisioned. Another thing I really want to preference, I feel like I've been talking a lot about the physical aspects of things and the physicality of what you could want. But that is not just go straight to only getting things that are physical. It can also be a spiritual thing, an emotional thing, pretty much manifesting a calm life and stress-free and all of those things. And as much as that sounds unattainable, you can have that just by saying, I'm gonna be that way. You can manifest anything. So this is the finished look. I just wanted to do kind of a natural, no makeup look while also doing a little bit of a chit chat and showing you guys that you can make your dream life at any time, at any point. By hitting every point and every note that I've made, you will get your dream life. You can become exactly who you want to become. I hope you have a great day and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.